Big game in the Premier League as City go for 4 titles in a row. Team standing in their way is West Ham United. Build up and commentary coming up shortly here on the commentary hub with myself, Russ Fennin. If City do slip up, Arsenal, if they win at home to Everton, can claim the title. Who will go to? Will they go to the blue half of Manchester or the red half of North London? Find out shortly here on the commentary hub. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the commentary hub's coverage of the final day of the Premier League season. We're based here watching this game, which is taking place at the Etihad Stadium, as Manchester City go for 4 titles in a row against a West Ham side looking to end the season on an high in David Moyes' final game in charge of the Hammers. Pep Guardiola will be looking to help City win the title for the 4th season in a row, and it's only the 10th time in Premier League history that the title has gone to the final day of the Premier League season. The team started on the final day top have won the title all previous 9 occasions. Can City make that 10 seasons in a row where they've been at top of the table on the final day to win the Premier League title? We'll find out shortly in what is going to be a big game here on the commentary. Myself, Russ Fennin, and guiding you through all the action at the Etihad Stadium this afternoon. Kick-off is at 4 o'clock, and we've got a jam-packed stadium here. They know what they can do on final day decisions. Deciders in 2012, City won the title on the final day of the season from Manchester City, thanks to a late thanks to a late Sergio Aguero goal against Queen's Park Rangers at the Etihad. Can they do something similar today against this West Ham side looking to try and stop them and stand in their way? City have made 2 changes to their side, which won 2-0 at Spurs in midweek in their gaming, and out goes the injured Ederson. He's out injured with a fractured eye socket. He is replaced by Stefan Ortega, and Mateo Kovacic drops down to the City bench, and he's replaced in the side by Jeremy Doku. As for West Ham United, they make 2 changes as well. Aaron Creswell comes in for Jared Bowen, who misses out through illness, while Angelo Ogbono drops down to the bench with former Gunners player Konstantin Mavropanos coming in to the West Ham United starting lineup. Today's referee is from Melton Mowbray in Leicestershire. His name is John Brooks. He's aged 34. Assisted by Lee Betts, Akil Howson, Sam Allison is on for official duties today, with Jared Gillett and Tim Wood in Stockley Park on VAR and assistant VAR duties, respectively. Just want to say I was at the Leeds game on Thursday evening against Norwich City, where Jared Gillett was on VAR today, was at man in the middle at Ellen Road. And I must say that performance from Jared Gillett was absolutely superb. You never noticed him one bit, which is always a good sign when you know they've had a good performance. Is when you've not noticed them, and you didn't notice Jared Gillett on Thursday. So let's hope we don't have to notice him today, but getting involved in some of the action. Let's hope John Brooks referees it quite well today here at this game between Man City and West Ham at the Etihad. At half time, we'll get updates on how Burnley are getting on against Nottingham Forest with our man Paul James watching that one for us. No updates during the game for that one, and hopefully at half time and full time we'll get the thoughts of Mike Ornament on Arsenal's game against Everton, which will and Mike on with us hopefully at half time and full time to tell us that. I'll bring you all the goals as they go in when I can to tell you how the tables look, and we'll also give you a live look at the Premier League table this afternoon as well to tell you how that is going. Interesting. There's some other games going on today as well. We'll tell you about those a little bit later on. But our focus today is a final day of the Premier League season. City failed to win here, and Arsenal win of the Emirates. It will be Arsenal's Premier League. If Man City lose and Arsenal win there, if it's a draw here, City and Arsenal win. Depending on, it'll probably go down to goal difference, where City currently lead in the goal difference tally as well. So keep your bang up today with all the games in the Premier League today. Run you through the fixture list. We've got Arsenal against Everton, Brentford against Newcastle, Brighton against Man United, Burnley against Nottingham Forest, Chelsea against Bournemouth, Crystal Palace against Aston Villa, Liverpool v Wolves, Luton versus Fulham, Man City versus West Ham United, which we're covering, and Sheffield United versus Tottenham Hotspur in today's action in the Premier League for the final day of the 23-24 season. Get involved if you want to get involved with us. You can do so. You can tweet us if you like at Commentary Live 1. Go and like our Facebook page as well if you want to. That's www.facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. Or you can get involved in the comment section on the Commentary Hub 2, JB Sports, Focus on Football, or on our Twitch channel as well. I can see the teams. Well, West Ham are in the tunnel. Just waiting for City players to come and join them in the tunnel, which shortly we'll be doing. The officials are there just going to check where the City players are, which they're now leading the way down with the captain, Kyle Walker, leading his troops down to get ready to walk out this afternoon. And this is going to be a very big game this afternoon as City will look to win the Premier League title. Big game, all kicking off at 4 o'clock. And we've got this game covered here today. Manchester City against West Ham United. Their family, their children, walking out with them for the Man City players this afternoon as the teams emerge from the tunnel, get ready to emerge from the tunnel right now. And Erling Haaland with his kids in the back there, walking out with the players. Kyle Walker leads his side out with his family, with his kids alongside him, and West Ham also made their way out of the tunnel as well. They're being led out by referee John Brooks. We'll run you through the title, potential title winning side that Pep Guardiola's gone with today, and we'll also give you the side that David Moyes has gone with in his final game in charge of West Ham United. I'll also try and pose you a trivia question throughout the first half and second half if how much time, but we'll keep focused on this game. I'll keep you bang up to date with all the other games in the Premier League, and we'll give you the latest table at the top. Or in the top 2. Also, Manchester United could snatch a European spot if they win and Newcastle fail to win. Chelsea could finish above Spurs if they win and Spurs don't pick up 3 points. Now let's bring you the teams. Starting with Man City, Pep Guardiola, Stefano Ortega in goal for the injured Ederson, who can't play in won't play in the FA Cup final even next Saturday. Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Manuel Akanji, and Josko Gvardiol make up the back 4 for Manchester City today. Rodri will sit in front of the back 4, as City going in 4-1-4-1 formation today under Pep Guardiola. Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and Jeremy Doku are behind the main man in attack for Manchester City. None other than Erling Haaland, Leeds-born Erling Haaland. On the bench, Scott Carson, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Mateo Kovacic, Jack Grealish, Julian Alvarez, Mateus Nunes, Oscar Bob, and Rico Lewis. As for West Ham, this is what the side David Moyes has picked in his final game in charge. They're lining up in a 3-4-3 formation today. It's Alphonse Areola in goal. He wears number 23. Konstantin Mavropanos in full. Angelo Ogbonu drops to the bench. Kurtzuma now and Creswell make up the back 3. Kurtzuma the captain. Kyle Walker the City captain, by the way. Lemmy Sufel, Thomas Souček, James Ward-Prowse and Emerson make up the midfield. And then in attack, it's Lucas Paquetá and Mohamed Kudus along with Mikel Antonio. On the bench, it's Lucas Fabianski, Ben Johnson, Maxwell Cornet, Danny Ings, Edson Alvarez, Angelo Ogbonna, George Earthy, Kieran Casey, and Divin Mumbama. City fans are out in their droves today. There's not an empty seat in the house, it looks like here, as Pep Guardiola shakes the hand of David Moyes for the final time as Moyes leaves West Ham United. Also shakes hands with the rest of the backroom staff, including Kevin Nolan. And David Moyes goes and shakes the hands of Pep's backroom staff here today. We'll bring you up to date with all the Premier League action as we get ready for the final day of the season in the Premier League. City going through their huddle one last time this season. And what a day we've got here. City know that a win will give them the title. Anything other and a big result in up and down the country, we'll see goals go flying in up and down the country. And speaking of goals flying in, there has already been a goal in the game at Turf Moor, and it's Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 1 after just 2 minutes. Chris Wood with the scoreline there. We'll keep you up to date with all the other games, and we'll keep you up to date with this one. Our main one is Man City against West Ham United, and it's coming live here on the commentary of it. City will get us off and underway, and Kevin De Bruyne drops it all the way back there to Stefan Ortega, and we're now underway. City attacking. We go all the way to my right hand side in the first half in their sky blue shirts, white shorts, sky blue socks. West Ham in their Clareton blue shirts, Clareton blue shorts, Clareton blue socks, attacking the goal away to my left hand side. And City in possession early on here with Ruben Diaz across there to Manuel Akanji, and Akanji can bring this ball forward into Josko Gvardiol. Back it goes to Akanji, and City will look to come forward over halfway with Akanji, and they do so. Now into Phil Foden. Good bit of play from Phil Foden, who's normally should be playing out on the right, but he moved across to this left, and he's fluid midfield 4 behind Erling Haaland. Anyone can pop up anywhere, so West Ham need to be careful about that, as it's Manuel Akanji who can come forward from the back and cause problems as well. Into Jeremy Doku, into Phil Foden on the left hand side, cutting forward. Down the line it goes into Josko Gvardiol, edge of the penalty area, into Kevin De Bruyne, who slips at the vital moment, and Erling Haaland trying to win the ball back for City and does so. To Kyle Walker, now Bernardo Silva on the right hand side. Bernardo Silva, low sense of gravity into Phil Foden, who strikes, and what a goal that is! It's taken 2 minutes. But City's Premier League title looks like it's coming. Phil Foden with the goal. Inside 2 minutes from the edge of the penalty area. And Manchester City go 1-0 up early on here at the Etihad. Superb goal from Phil Foden. And this is just a perfect start that City want to win the title for a 4th time in a row. And that is a perfect way to start off. Phil Foden picking up at the edge of the penalty area and rifling one into the top left-hand corner of the net, leaving Areola no chance, and City lead by a 1-0 early on here at the Etihad, and what a start to the game. There's also been another goal in one of the other games as well, with that being disallowed. It looked as though Brentford had taken the lead early on through Ivan Toney, but I'm getting word that VAR are checking it for offside in that one. We'll keep you up to date whether that gets given or not. He's being disallowed for offside. Ivan Toney, and the goal disallowed there. It's still 0-0 between Brentford and Newcastle United. So that result, an early goal there here at the Etihad means City are Premier League champions. As he said, we're only 2 minutes in. And Phil Foden, well, we're 3 minutes in now, and Phil Foden, after just 2 minutes, with a perfect start for Manchester City to clinch which looks could be set for them to go on to clinch the title. Here's Gvardiol into the path of Akanji, one of the great stars City needed there to settle any nerves around here this afternoon. As Doku now can come forward. Wonderful play from Doku into Gvardiol. Does well, Gvardiol into Phil Foden. And now Rodri. Here's Kyle Walker. Walker does well. And can fetch his ball forward. De Bruyne. Out wide to Bernardo Silva. Into De Bruyne. Now Walker. Good start from City. Passing around well as Diaz back into De Bruyne. Good ball into Ireland. And then the ball forward from Rodri. Runs through to the arms there of Alphonse Areola, who's been beaten already inside the opening 2 minutes of this game. And it's one which he didn't probably want to do. As here is Kudus, who knocks it all the way back to Creswell. Playing left side of his back three today. Normally left back is Creswell, as Areola just plays it out wide to this right hand side, looking for Soufal, and goes out of play for a throw to City, which will be taken here now by Josko Gvardiol. City lead by a goal to, if you just joined us, Phil Foden with the goal inside 2 minutes, giving City the perfect start as they look to win the title for a 4th game in a row. Here comes Kyle Walker, who can get this ball forward. How wide it goes to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva just holds up the play well and finds Foden, who gives it now into Gvardiol. Now De Bruyne back to Foden. This is good play from City. Rodri now has it. Out wide to Kyle Walker. Good ball into Phil Foden. To Rodri again. Good bit of movement here from City. It's Foden to Walker. Akanji moving in towards midfield to try and help out there, but he goes back to Diaz, and now Walker has it again on the right hand side. Here's Bernardo Silva now from Akanji towards Haaland to Foden. Now De Bruyne. And De Bruyne's got Doku out wide midfield. Opts to use him, and he does. Jeremy Doku. Down the left hand side he goes. In towards the penalty area. Doku will ball in and clear the way back. Goes Zuma. And he's out of play for a throw into Manchester City. Good start here from the citizens as they look to win the Premier League title for a 4th season in a row. And here they come now, and there's a good bit of movement. Here's Kevin De Bruyne. The City can't get the ball in towards the penalty area. Rodri's there, and he goes down, Rodri, and he doesn't win the free kick this time. He's a throw into West Ham. Still no other goals to tell you about in any of the Premier League games that are kicking off. All games kicking off at 4 o'clock this afternoon. As here comes Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City into Jeremy Doku. And Doku can come forward now. It's out wide with Josko Gvardiol. Gvardiol can fetch his ball forward. De Bruyne lines up a strike and Kevin De Bruyne with fantastic effort, punched away brilliantly by Areola. Comes out to Bernardo Silva now. Is Walker to Foden, and Foden looks to turn away from his man and does so well. Got Doku out wide of him. But instead he goes inside to Rodri, who now goes out wide to Jeremy Doku. Attacks down the left hand side, Jeremy Doku into the penalty area he goes. Twisting one way, then the other. Back to Phil Foden on the edge of the penalty on the left hand side. Into Gvardiol. We'll play this from Manchester City. Gvardiol. Foden edge of the penalty on the left hand side, still going. Holds up the play well. Tees up Kyle Walker. Will he line up a shot? He won't. Now he comes to Bernardo Silva. Good play this from City as they look to get the ball forward. How wide it goes now to Kyle Walker. Back it goes to Kevin De Bruyne. Right hand side. Midway inside the City off. Onto the left. Edge of the penalty area now for Foden from Gvardiol. Lands it back. Tries to play it through to the left hand channel into the penalty area. Looking for the run. Jeremy Doku. Who can't get there. Souček back as well to clear downfield for West Ham. Only giving the ball away. Gvardiol has possession now for City. Into Rodri. City look to come forward again. De Bruyne. Walker. Rodri again. Spreads the play out wide brilliantly. Onto the chest of Bernardo Silva. Into De Bruyne. Back to Silva now. Walker. Into Rodri. Foden now has it. Good play from the little magician. And now into the path of Jeremy Doku. Into the penalty. Doku with the ball across. And it's cleared away as City look to try and get on the end of that again. Big start here. Doku can't keep the ball in play. In the City persuasion as West Ham win the ball back with Soufal, and then Souček clears it down the line. But City coming back at them. Foden. Into Kyle Walker. Midway inside West Ham off, just near the centre circle. Comes towards the right hand side, but goes into the centre circle again. Towards Diaz, but let's say one for Akanji. Now Rodri back to Akanji once more. We will look to fetch this ball forward. Out wide to Ruben Diaz, who's moved across the left hand side of Diaz. And this is going to be the play down the line. He goes. And a full run from City there. And that's a brilliant free kick won there by Josko Gvardiol. Come up from left back to win that free kick. Coming across 9.5 minutes gone. It's City 1, West Ham 0. Phil Foden after 2 minutes if you just join us here on the commentary hub. There's been a goal in one of the other Premier League matches to tell you about. Crystal Palace now lead by a goal to against Aston Villa through Jean-Philippe Mateta. City lead by a goal to here through Phil Foden on 2 minutes. De Bruyne lines up a shot. Punched away brilliantly there by Alpha Areola. And almost trying to catch him out there, I think, there. Kevin De Bruyne. Everyone was expecting a cross. We tried catching him out. Almost worked. As Walker finds Diaz. Goes further wide to Bernardo Silva. And Moyes telling his team to press. And Antonio's doing that. And Ortega just finds Akanji's City. Almost pressing to a mistake there. And now Josko Gvardiol can fetch this ball forward for City. And he finds Foden to find Rodri. Josko Gvardiol has it again. Midway inside the West Ham off into Phil Foden. Was spread of the play into the path of Bernardo Silva. Chipped in towards the penalty area. And it's cleared away. Can West Ham keep hold of possession for a little bit? The answer to that question is no. They can't. As we keep you bang up today with the Premier League final days. Here's Mikel Antonio for West Ham United. And West Ham can fetch his ball forward. Good bit of player. And West Ham win a free kick foul on Konstantin Mavropanos by Erling Haaland. There's the man of the moment, Phil Foden, as we just see score again. Bernardo Silva laid it off to him, and a fantastic shot into the top corner, top left-hand corner of the net as City struck from right to left in his first half, but West Ham's right, Ariola's right. But that's a superb goal and a superb start for Man City as they look to win the Premier League title for the 4th season in a row and become the 10th team to win it after starting the final day at the top of the Premier League table. It remains 1-0 to Manchester City. There's Phil Foden with 6 goals from outside the penalty area the most this season. 12 minutes on the clock. City leads by a goal to nil and it's already starting to feel like a party atmosphere inside this stadium. And City lead by a goal to nil. There's been another goal at Turf Moor to tell you about in a moment. Just wait to see who's got the goal there to tell you about. It has gone to Nottingham Forest again. They are checking it on VAR, the second goal, but Chris Wood has scored again. They're checking it for possible offside. We'll know if that stands. But there's been a goal in the game between Sheffield United and Tottenham, which will break up in 10 in a moment as Emerson's trying to play for West Ham. Limo from the left wing back position in towards the penalty now from Vladimir Soufal and West Ham almost punishing Man City there, but then City winning free kick fouled by Zuma on Erling Haaland. And it remains by a goal to nil as Dejan Kulusevski has scored for Tottenham Hotspur, set up by Son Heung-min on 14 minutes. And I can tell you, VAR are still checking the goal between the second goal from Chris Wood and from Nottingham Forest away at Turf Moor. Back here is 1-0 City's. Walker drops it all the way back to Stefan Ortega. And that's cleared long downfield. And he's been all the way back. I can tell you there's been the second goal for Nottingham Forest has stood. We are hearing there the goal does stand for Chris Wood, I'm told. Chelsea have just gone 1-0 up in their game against Bournemouth. In the Premier League, so we'll keep you up to date with that one as well. And we're just seeing this Chelsea go now, and I'm just having to check us. Here comes City again. And oh my word, what a goal that is! What a goal that is for Chelsea. Long range out. And Moises Caicedo. He's Doku now for City. Side the penalty. Doku, what a fantastic save there. And Alphonse Areola to tip that shot over there from Doku after brilliant play with the play down the left hand side. Goal stands for Nottingham Forest. They lead 2-0. And Moises Caicedo just put Chelsea 1-0 up on 17 minutes against Bournemouth. And that's took a deflection on the way through from Mavropanos as well. That shot there from Jeremy Doku. So a fantastic save. And then from Alphonse Areola. City lead by a goal to nil here. If you're just joining us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon bringing you this game today on his own. My usual sidekick, Paul James, unable to join us live as he's reporting for our sister, one of our sister channels and one of our friends over at Football Live on Brother FM. That's where you can hear Paul James today. Reporting on that bit of the game, half-time and full-time report from Paul Lewis. Doku with another shot, saved by Areola, and then Kudos trying to keep the ball in play, running to win. West Ham have won a throw in there. And that's another good save from Alphonse Areola. City look to cause problems. Again, there's a fantastic ball in from Rodri to Doku at the back post. And he skips inside and forces a strike at a goal there. And that was a fantastic save from Alphonse Areola to keep him out Yet again, there it remains 1-0 to West Ham United. To Manchester City, should I say, against West Ham. Phil Foden's goal on 2 minutes, the difference. If you're just joining us, Russ Vernon here with the game today. We can keep you up to date with all of the Premier League action. I can go through the latest scores for you in a second, as Roger just fires an effort just wide of the target. With 17 minutes gone then, it remains City 1, West Ham 0 here at the Etihad Stadium as Rodri sees that effort again just go wide after brilliant play from Kevin De Bruyne to tee up his central defensive midfielder. Around the grounds then, let's bring you the latest scores. It's Arsenal 0, Everton 0, Brentford 0, Newcastle United 0, Brighton of Albion 0, Manchester United 0, Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0, Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 0, Wolves 0, Luton 0, Fulham 0. As we know, City 1, West Ham 0, Spurs leading 1-0 away at Sheffield United. Keep you bang up to date with that game. Today's here comes all those games then, how the table looks, as well as here comes Erling Haaland out to Jeremy Doku and City piling fleeing forward again. Phil Foden again! It's 2-0 City! And Phil Foden doubles his and City's lead. And that is just absolutely superb bit of play again from Manchester City. And City lead now 2-0. And I can't see any way back in the title race for Arsenal. And Manchester City lead by 2-0. And it's a brace for England's Phil Foden. And fantastic play yet again involved in that build-up was Rodri. Aouar to Doku, balling to Phil Foden, who finishes off superbly well. And Phil Foden gives City a 2-0 lead on 18 minutes. I mean, just look at this again. Rodri into Haaland, Aouar to Doku, first skip past 1 or 2, low ball in between two defenders, super Mavropanos. Foden comes onto it, who's a zoomer to curl around, and just says, "You know what? Save that if you can, Areola." He says he can't. City lead 2-0. And what a start to the game here. Manchester City lead by 2-0 against West Ham United. And is well and truly now meant to be City's day and City's title race. The City's title for a 4th season in a row. If City do end up winning the title today, guys, what we'll do after the game, we'll stay on and we'll bring you the title presentation. And I'll hopefully be joined by Paul James and Mike Onorman at the end of the game as well to bring you the scores and reports from their matches that they're watching. Paul's watching the game at Turf Moor where Burnley currently trailing by 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. And Mike's watching his side Arsenal against Everton, where it's 0-0. Here is a kanji for Manchester City across to Kyle Walker. He plays a ball into Rodri. I want to Kevin De Bruyne. City come forward again. What a start to this match by Manchester City, who lead by 2-0 here, thanks to 2 goals from Phil Foden on 2 minutes and on 18 minutes respectively. Keep you bang up to date with all the Premier League goals as they go in. Newcastle lead 1-0 at Brentford. Harvey Barnes with the goal on 21, Ivan Toney, and the goal disallowed through VAR for offside in that game. But Harvey Barnes on 22 minutes has given Newcastle the lead down at the G-Tech Community Stadium. And with Man United still drawing away at Brighton and Newcastle winning, it means Newcastle will get the European place in the Premier League table and for next season. Here is Kevin De Bruyne coming forward. Emerson loses the ball back for West Ham, and he can try and charge forward here, but City have could tell well with Walker, but he's given away again. And Paquetá finds Souček, who finds Creswell. Emerson again. Souček is able to fetch it away with the counters. Kevin De Bruyne is running forward into Erling Haaland inside the penalty. Haaland can't get a strike in the goal. Breaks towards De Bruyne, who loses out now. Vladimir Coufal can charge forward down the right hand side, looking to try and get this ball forward. And what a start to the game here this has been today. Man City lead by 2 goals now, 2 for Phil Foden. And on for a thing, it's not 2 goals for goal, and just deflects wide. It will be a corner to City. But Jeremy Doku is out the penalty area again, causing problems. Then deflects right off Vladimir Coufal's foot. And City have yet another corner. And could City punish West Ham here again? I wonder. We'll go around the grounds and get in a minute and get all the other latest scores on the doors as we go through this afternoon's final day of the Premier League season. As it stands, Luton are officially relegated, with Nottingham Forest winning at home. Nottingham at Turf Moor against Burnley. Luton are at home to Fulham, currently 0-0 in their game. Here is Bernardo Silva, Joshua Gvardiol, Erling Haaland. How was he missed? I was ready to say it's 3-0, and somehow Erling Haaland has missed again. How has he put that wide? Brilliant ball back across there by Ruben Dias, and Erling Haaland somehow turns the ball wide. This with the ball back across. Haaland can't connect with it properly, and he goes wide. City should be doing the appearance. Bernardo Silva charging forward. Does well Bernardo Silva. Still going Bernardo Silva. Goes into Phil Foden. Lines up a shot for his hat-trick. Punched away brilliantly by Areola. Comes back to Foden. Haaland. Foden goes down into the penalty area. No free kick given. Walker to De Bruyne. City dominant in possession and out of possession against this West Ham side. Keep your bang up to do with all the scores as West Ham. We see the free kick. Alan Foden. Latest scores in Arsenal 0, Everton 0. Brentford 0, Newcastle 1. Brighton 0. And United 0. Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool. Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 0. Liverpool 0, Wolves 0. Luton 0, Fulham 0. Sheffield United 0, Tottenham 1. You can get updates over on Brilla FM of all of the games, or stick here with us for full match commentary on the Manchester City game this afternoon. We're bringing you this game today. As here is Phil Foden. The draw chips the ball in. Foden just cleared away in the end, and that's good defensive clearance as City will come forward. Again on that left hand side, it's Kyle Walker over on that left instead of on his favourite right at this moment in time. Rodri back it goes there well, and here's a Kanji midway inside this centre circle. On halfway is De Bruyne into Dias. Body goes to Rodri. Kanji. Back he goes to Walker. And now out wide to the little magician, Phil Foden. Into the path of Akanji, moves in field in towards Ruben Dias, who's up over halfway. Walker Dias do away with possession. Goes into centre back partner Akanji. Good play this one. Manchester City will lead by 2 goals to 0 thanks to Foden's goals on 2 and 18 minutes respectively in the Premier League today, which gives Manchester City a 2-goal lead and are going fairly well at the top of the Premier League table this evening. There's a goal scores if anyone wants to know. Score the goals as a shot comes in again. And this time from Akanji, who looks to make it 3-0. Which was a good effort in the end and a fantastic save in the end as well. As we Phil Foden 19 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League this season now for Phil Foden. It is Doku into the penalty area. Back he goes to Kevin De Bruyne, who kills a shot just wide. So unlucky there from Kevin De Bruyne. And Manchester City looking for a third. And Kevin De Bruyne kills it just wide on 27 minutes. Fingertip save from Alphonso Areola, in fact. And in now City lead by 2-0 in the Premier League. Nelson Semedo has been sent off for Wolverhampton Wanderers in their game against Liverpool this afternoon. Still 0-0 in that game at Anfield, which is going to be the final game for Jurgen Klopp as a corner comes in and header just wide. And then from Josko Gvardiol will beat himself up in the end there. Hi to the Pearl family. Hopefully you're doing okay. Welcome along. Thank you very much for joining us. If you are just joining us today, we really do appreciate it. We really do appreciate you giving us your time and effort and listening to us here, bringing you this Premier League action this afternoon as Russ Vernon, your man in the hot seat, brings you commentary on Man City 2, West Ham United 0, thanks to 2 Phil Foden goals in the end there. If you are just tuning in, thank you very much for doing so. I really do appreciate you tuning in and coming to say hello to us. 9 shots on target for Man City compared to West Ham's 0 so far. And we do like you joining us this afternoon. As it's Kevin De Bruyne coming forward for Manchester City. It's Jeremy Doku down the left hand side. Doku attacks the penalty area. Back to Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne celebrated. Shot is blocked by Vladimir Soufal. Alfred corner. Alfred third to City, should I say. And it remains nil. It remains 2-0 to Manchester City. City come forward again. Right to De Bruyne into Doku inside the penalty area, and that's Kudos back there, battling to win the ball back for West Ham. He does well, just Kudos. And Soufal wins his side of goal kick. The shot coming off. Just coming off Jeremy Doku there. So just tuning into us, thank you very much for doing so. We're spending here bringing you this game this afternoon between Man City 2, West Ham United 0, and we'll bring you up today with all the Premier League goals and ongoings as it happens here this afternoon. We're spending your man on the mic this afternoon as we bring you up to date with all the Premier League action today, as it's the final day of the Premier League season. And to go through the latest scores for you, I can go through them in a second as West Ham just have possession, playing it around at the back as Harrison now comes up towards over Avril. We'll give you the latest scores in just a moment. Next time the ball is dead, it is Rodri for City to charge forward. Josko Gvardiol making a run forward. And he's playing a fantastic ball in. And Erling Haaland's onside. And Erling Haaland call 42 and his shot goes wide, deflected wide from Alphonso Areola. And that should have been 3-0 to Manchester City. Well, the flag went up for offside against Erling Haaland anyway. So he wouldn't have countered. And he's probably right there. Fantastic officiating there. I think that's by Lee Betts on this side. And he did fantastically well. Let's bring you the latest scores then. And the half-hour mark in this game is Arsenal 0, Arsenal 0, Everton 0. Brentford 0, Newcastle 1. Brighton 0, Man United 0. Burnley 0, Forest 2. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0. Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 0. Liverpool 0, Wolves 0, as Wolves down to 10 minutes, I've just mentioned. Nelson Semedo sent off in that game. Luton 0, Fulham 0. City 2, West Ham 0, as you can hear. As Doku come forward, can he? Well, that's a good bit of play from Soufal. It's in against Doku. Goes down holding his face. As he struck him in the face and comes into the arms of Alphonse Areola. And Bernardo Silva was sent over on the far side. Doku held back to his feet by Vladimir Soufal. And it's also Sheffield United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1 as well. And what I want to say is they go from Chelsea from Moses Caicedo. And I want to say this to you, so let me say this to you now. If you've not seen it yet, wherever you get your goals from, I will have to say this. Go and check out that goal. Because that was some outrageous piece of play. Then there's Calvin Phillips in the stands. Can't play against Manchester City today for West Ham. He's on loan from the Citizens. And we bring you Man City 2, West Ham United 0 in the Premier League here today. We'll keep you bang up to date with that one. There has been a goal in the game between Liverpool and Wolves. So about, and I can tell you it's gone the way of Liverpool thanks to Alexis McAllister on 34 minutes. Liverpool making Wolves pay for the extra man advantage. Here is Vladimir Soufal for West Ham United. Down the line, it goes to Kudus. Back he goes then into the path there of Soufal. And Souček drops it all the way back then to Alphonse Areola. Kurtzuma has possession. And he brings it forward. We're just getting a look here on our monitors of the Liverpool goal from Alexis McAllister and Jurgen Klopp's final game in charge. And good ball in and a good header from Alexis McAllister, it must be said, as Liverpool are one up against Wolves in the Premier League in Jurgen Klopp's final game in charge. As Walker heads away as Creswell tried to win the header against him. Here comes City now with Rodri into Haaland. De Bruyne. I'm going through to Haaland. Foden closing down Kudus, so just welching away from Foden. Then De Bruyne snips in, but then it's giving them back to West Ham. It remains 2-0 to Manchester City as Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse picks up the possession and will look to come forward. And it remains Man City 2, West Ham United 0, 34 minutes on the clock. We already Nuxler 2-0, which we're trying to waiting for the goal scorer to be confirmed. And it's Jacob Murphy with the goal on 37 minutes there to give Nuxler a 2-goal lead away at Brentford on the final day of the season as Stefan Ortega races out of the area as it looked as though Mikel Antonio was going to go and enter that ball forward from West Ham and Vladimir Soufal. And clears into touch, and now West Ham give the ball away and City will have possession back. And we'll try and come forward again with Mikel Antonio causing a few problems in the end there as we see a brilliant bit of play from Ortega to keep City there in the lead. Man City 2, West Ham United 0 as Joshua Gvardiol finds Phil Foden. And this is good play from Manchester City. They've controlled the game from minute 1 so far, not letting West Ham have any control of possession. And 2 goals from Phil Foden is the difference so far in this game as we approach into towards the final 10 or so, less than 10.5 minutes left of this first half. Man City 2, West Ham United 0, and West Ham yet to get out of first gear, and we can bring the game up to the conclusion of this game. We'll bring you the trophy presentation from Manchester, from the Etihad as well. We'll stay with you for that. City will win the title today. There's now 3-0 to Newcastle United. Alexander Isak with the third there on 38 minutes. Brentford 0, Newcastle 3. So it looks as though Newcastle will be securing the Europa Conference League spot today. Here is De Bruyne to Bernardo Silva, sets up Phil Foden. Diesel Roger goes for goal and straight down the throat of Alphonse Areola. A decent effort in the end there, and remains City 2, West Ham United 0. Roger with the effort this time. Too easy for Alphonse Areola. Kezum will try to his ball out into Aaron Creswell, and he plays it down the line and gives the ball away, but Mikel Antonio wins it back, and Antonio waters a throw-in off of Ruben Diaz. And some of the youngsters for Manchester City, Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis, two of the youngsters on the bench for City. They're the only two youngsters on the bench, really. The rest of them have played a number of games this season. Apart from Scott Carson, who's played a number of games in his career. So he's not actually a youngster. Here is Creswell, crossfield pass up for Kudos, and brilliantly chested down. Against Gavard on the and Miss Kudos going to get striking the goal. Kudos, he can! Saved by Ortega. And he comes away now with Kyle Walker. And he clears it down the line. And he goes into path of Kezuma now for a throw-in. And Kezuma will look to take it quickly, will he? But will he leave it in the end as we get bang up today with this game today's West Ham lead by 2-0. If you're tuning in today, thank you very much for doing so. We're spending here today. Well, we've got a goal down in the Emirates, but it's not the way Arsenal fans would have wanted. It is Everton who have taken the lead through Idrissa Gana Gueye on 40 minutes down at the Emirates, and Crystal Palace stood up against Aston Villa with Jean-Philippe Mateta getting the second goal there. A fantastic free kick from Idrissa Gana Gueye to give Everton a 1-0 lead down at the Emirates. What a game. Hello, Guru Junior. I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you? City leading by 2-0 in our featured match today. Arsenal are trailing by 1-0 against Everton. So as it stands, Man City are getting the Premier League title. And the Man City fans looking on their phones, smiling. They can start having a party now as they lead by 2-0 and Arsenal are trailing. Here's Josko Gvardiol. Akanji. Rodri now has possession. What can City do in possession? Akanji has it again. Chip ball out wide. Here's Doku. Can keep the ball in play. He can, but only just. And they're coming forward again here now. Good play from Man City. Possession out wide. Here is Bernardo Silva, edge of the penalty area. De Bruyne back to Bernardo Silva into Kevin De Bruyne. And De Bruyne finds Akanji. City looks coming forward. They know that they're doing all. They know now, City, the fans anyway, know that they're doing their bit and Arsenal's trailing. He's stuck across the face of goal and he goes all the way across. And he keeps the ball in play. He can be Bernardo Silva. And he does well then. Rolls it into the box for Phil Foden. Bernardo for De Bruyne. Akanji. De Bruyne again. He's looking for options. Foden back in flick. Bernardo back in towards Foden again, who goes down. No penalty. Clean challenge there. But that goal of Davis was not what Arsenal wanted. Liverpool 1-0 up against Wolves. They have a second on their hands now as Connor comes in ended by a person. Mo Salah has scored. Or has he gone down as Kwanzaa gets the goal in the end? He nicks it off Mo Salah, who's not happy. Rio Kwanzaa, 40 minutes, has given Liverpool a 2-0 lead. 1,223 goals, most goals in all Premier League seasons, and has been scored by Manchester City. What a stat that is. Here comes Aaron Creswell for West Ham United. They will look to try and get back in this game and give Arsenal a chance of winning the title if they can turn it around against Everton. So if I cross it towards the back post, looking for Emerson coming into the back post. But that was good defensive play there by Kyle Walker. We'll push it behind for a goal kick. And I can tell you there has been a goal at the Emirates Stadium. We'll tell you which way that's gone in a moment. But we can tell you that there's been a goal of the Emirates. But which way will it have gone? Find out after this corner from West Ham as we watch this corner first. I'll give you the update on that goal of the Emirates. We are hearing there's been a goal of the Emirates Stadium. I'll tell you all about that goal in a moment. After this West Ham corner from James Ward-Prowse towards the back post. Kudus is there, gives to left. Kudus left back. Everton, what a goal that is! I mean, Kudus has pulled one back with a fantastic goal. And West Ham have got a goal back on 43 minutes. Ahmed Kudus with the goal there. And what a goal as well. Take a bound, Ahmed Kudus. Cracking goal. And we've also drawing back level through Takeru Tomiyasu. This goal could really give a difference now to the Premier League title race, especially if West Ham get the next goal. But West Ham are back in this game. They now trail by 2-1. Also back in their game is 1-1 there. And Pep Guardiola not happy with that. Peter defending from his side, as he knows that Arsenal have just levelled down at the Emirates. Kudus with the goal there. Kudus. I'm just seeing this goal from Tomiyasu. Edge of the penalty area. Well worked goal from Arsenal, in all fairness. And Takeru Tomiyasu with a superb goal brings Arsenal back level in their game as West Ham pull one back here through Mohamed Kudus in the game. As it stands, Man City still winning the title on 91 points. And we're back underway now after that West Ham goal. I was checking it for a few, see if there were any offsides or any infringements in there from on VAR. Nothing untoward. As you can see, who scored the goals in our featured match today. We'll keep that on all, keep fleshing up every so often. With a minute of the goals scored as well. If you're tuning in today, thank you very much for doing so. We're spending with you in this game today. I can run you through all the latest scores in the Premier League in a moment as we're looking for Dirk, who can't keep it in as went over there to Soychek. Let's bring you the goals from around the grounds and our latest scores is Arsenal 1, Everton 1, Brentford 0, or Newcastle 3, Brighton 0, Manchester United 0, Burnley 0, Forest 2, Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0, Palace 2, Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, Luton 0, Fulham 1. Fulham have just taken the lead in that game thanks to Adama Traore on 43 minutes. Man City 2, West Ham 1, you can hear right now. And the Sheffield United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1 is the latest score in the Premier League. We'll have the thoughts of Paul James on the Burnley game at half time. This afternoon, as he's watching that game for us, as well as our friends at Football Live, where you can get all updates on all of the matches in the Premier League today, as we went to 4 additional minutes here at the Etihad Stadium, where City did have a 2-goal lead since the 18th minute. We've been paid by recently by Mohamed Kudus in the Premier in this game today. It's West Ham are now 2-1 behind against Manchester City in the Premier League. As they will look to cause a number of problems in the second half, will West Ham United. And the shot comes in, and just over this time from Erling Haaland. And City pile on the pressure again, looking to extend their lead again. Brilliant bit of play. Ball across, and Haaland somehow, again, on close range, that's the second one today, he's put over the bar. Any other time, or early on in the season, all were putting those kind of balls, those kind of shots away. But today, for some reason, he's put them over. confirmation by monitor that Luton are in fact now level thanks to a Cole Morris penalty in first half stoppage time. Luton 1, Fulham 1, and half-time whistle has gone. It's Battle of Albion 0, Manchester United 0 in the Premier League there. As it stands at the bottom, Luton are relegated, along with Burnley and Sheffield United. Despite them draw. And the Fulham, I can tell you, have taken the lead again in first half stoppage time. And what? 2 minutes after Cole Morris equalised with a penalty spot, Raul Jimenez went and put Fulham back into the lead. They lead 2-1. Half-time at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0. We through all the half-time scores shortlisted. Half-time was gone as well as Burnley 0, Forest 2 there. Keep you up to date with all the other games. As we see ball coming forward as Foden tries to charge down the line down. That's cleared away. It's Ward-Prowse now cleared further looking for Mikel Antonio. We can't go any that. That's too much in front of him. But City lead by 2-1. But Arsenal are now 1 apiece in their game in the Premier League today. We'll keep you up to date with that one. Russ Vernon with you, providing your commentary on the Manchester City against West Ham United match this afternoon. And here is Lucas Paquet talking to Thomas Souček. And now here's Aaron Creswell. Good play from West Ham as they look to end the half stronger than Manchester City's. City have been dominant in this first half. They've been the better side. But West Ham coming on to it now in the final few minutes since their goal. And the ball's in towards Mikel Antonio from Vladimir Super. It's cleared away for a throw to West Ham. And they will look to try and end this half stronger by getting another equalising goal. By getting an equalising goal. And he's whipped in towards the penalty area. Emerson coming in the back post, but Ortega comes out and claims and bowls the ball out and gets Bernardo Silva on the charge. And City can come forward. Bernardo Silva cuts in field. And then chops back to go out wide. So there's possession into the path of Rodri. Rodri chips the ball forward over the top of Phil Foden on for an hat-trick. Which comes down and claimed by Areola there. And so that might be it to take this game to half-time. Half-time, Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. Brentford 0, Newcastle 3 as well. Half-time whistle gone there. Half-time gone to Luton against Fulham, 2-1 Fulham lead there. And Sheffield United lead 1-0 at half-time in their game against Sheffield United. Half-time whistle gone there. And just right on cue, as I was just going through some half-time scores there, I can tell you his half-time whistle has gone here in the game between Manchester City and West Ham. And Manchester City lead by 2-1 thanks to goals from Phil Foden. And West Ham got their goal by Mohamed Kudus as well. But half-time score in this game between Man City and West Ham United. Manchester City are leading by 2-1. Join me in a few moments' time and we'll get the half-time update and report from Paul James on Burnley against Nottingham Forest, and we'll try and get the thoughts of Mike Conman on Arsenal against Aston Villa. But half-time in our feature match is Man City 2, West Ham United 1. Welcome back to the second half coverage of Manchester City versus West Ham United. It's 2-1 to the Citizens at half time. I'm just coming back quickly because we've just now received our report on that first half, which has taken place in the game at the Etihad Stadium. Etihad, the Turf Moor between Burnley and Nottingham Forest. And here's Paul James to give us the half-time update.
Half time at Turf Moor, it is Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2. 2 goals by former Claret Chris Wood on 8 minutes and 12 minutes are the difference here. Chris Wood came very close to securing his hat-trick from a free kick from Morgan Gibbs-White, who swung the ball into the middle, and just a toe poke away was Chris Wood from making it 3-0. Burnley had their chances with Zeki Amdouni coming close, and also Wilson Odegaard. But it's half-time here at Turf Moor. It is Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2.
Thank you very much there to Paul James with his half-time update there on Burnley against Nottingham Forest. As he says, Burnley trailing by 2-0 to Nottingham Forest at half-time. And Chris Wood sounds like he came close to an hat-trick. Back shortly for the second half in our featured match, where Manchester City leading 2-1 at half-time against West Ham and are on course for the Premier League title. Can Arsenal turn it around against Everton at the Emirates and put this game right amongst the catchments to pigeons, especially for West Ham in the next goal? Join us shortly for the remainder of the second half coverage between West Ham and trailing the Etihad against Manchester City. Man City 2, West Ham United 1. Welcome back to the second half coverage of Manchester City versus West Ham United. Getting them ready for the second half. While we do that, let me just bring you up to date with all of the half-time interval scorelines. Arsenal 1, Everton 1. Brentford 0, Newcastle United 3. Brighton 0, Manchester United 0. Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2, as you heard a few moments ago from Paul James. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0. Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Luton Town 1, Fulham 2. Man City 2, West Ham United 1. And Sheffield United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. You can see on the screen, guys, as well, the goal scorers from that first half between Man City and West Ham. Foden with a brace and Mohamed Kudus with the other goal there in that game at half-time, with the half-time scoreline 2-1 to Manchester City. No, as of yet, there has been no yellow cards for any of the players in this game, because it's been a very clean game as well, to be fair. With the City with the dominant possession, and we're just looking at this Chelsea goal again, which came from Moises Caicedo just on halfway, and that is an absolute beauty. I'm going to watch it from this angle, which is probably a better angle than the first angle I've probably seen it is. It goes for me, and this is superb. There's even some Chelsea fans already celebrating before he goes in. Now that is a superb goal. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0 at half-time there. As the half-time scores on the screen here, now I'm running through them again in case you missed them. If you want to score. Arsenal 1, Everton 1. Brentford 0, Newcastle 3. Brighton 0, Man United 0. Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Chelsea 1, Bournemouth 0. Palace 2, Aston Villa 0. Crystal Palace, that is. Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. Luton Town 1, Fulham 2. As you know, Man City 2, West Ham United 1, as I've been in that game. And Sheffield United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. We'll keep you up to date with all of the other matches in this as the second half gets ready to get underway. We'll bring you next Saturday. We'll have FA Cup final day. We'll bring you that game in the end as we give you that match next Saturday. Paul James will be your man on commentary, JB in the presenter's chair, and Nicholas Jones will be the man pushing all the buttons behind the scenes, producing the show, as he does a perfect job. Nicholas, whichever role we give him, he always exceeds in that, and he's a very good friend and colleague of ours here at the Commentary Hub. And hopefully one day we'll see him move to his best. We'll keep you bang up to date with everything that is happening here as we get ready for the second half. Yet to get back underway. Here's a few games getting back underway in the second half in their matches. Keep you up to date with those there. And Forest, by the looks of things, almost got a third goal in the game early on in the second half. In the game which you had Paul James reporting us. Chelsea underway in the second half against Bournemouth. Liverpool yet to get back underway. City players are slowly making their way out. Loads on the bench anyway. West Ham in the tunnel, which will have Bournemouth on the attack in the Chelsea game. And I can see on the screen as we can see balling towards a penalty out from Bournemouth towards the back post there. I'm not sure what's going on in any of it. Can't really tell from the small pictures of the guys. West Ham making their way back out here at the Etihad Stadium for the second half. Man City are 2-1 up thanks to goals from Phil Foden on the second and 18th minute respectively, and Kudus in the 43rd minute pulling a goal back. We'll keep you bang up to date with how the second half goes on in this game with full match second half commentary on the way shortly. We'll keep you up to date with all the other Premier League scores as and when we do so, when we can do so in that game. In those games, as is Phil Foden back on the field of play. Pep Guardiola and David Moyes on their final half-time team talks, final team talks of the season, and we're looking. job in the second half as we look to see if Man City and will win the title, that's how they will do, with them leading and Arsenal currently drawing, unless there's a dramatic turnaround in the second half. I think we're safe to say that it's City's title now. So get ready for the second half as Mikel Antonio will be the man to get us off and underway in this second period. And he drops it all the way back there. And there's a long punt forward, wonderful ball forward, and he goes down and out of play for a throw-in, which will be taken by Manchester City's Joshua Gvardiol. No changes to either side by the looks of things. So as we were then in terms of the team news, is Ortega in goal, Walker, Diaz, Akanji, Gvardiol across the back, Rodri, Foden, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne and Doku in midfield, with Ireland in attack for Manchester City in a 4-1-4-1. Rodri from the back four, and then Foden, De Bruyne, Silva and Doku behind Ireland. As for West Ham, it's Areola in goal, Mavropanos, Zuma, Creswell across the back, Soufal, Souček, Ward-Prowse and Emerson in midfield, Kudus and Paquetá just behind Mikel Antonio. There is West Ham. I'm going to do some defending earlier, as here comes Bernardo Silva. Let's go right on to Jeremy Doku. Let's go right on again. Now West Ham can charge down their right. Man City's left. Gvardiol left a big gap there, but he's got back into it now. And City have been forced to go all the way back here to Mavropanos across to Kurt Zouma, who will in turn go to Aaron Creswell as West Ham look to build up from the back. Referee so far doing a very good job of keeping a lid on things is referee John Brooks from Melton Mowbray, 34-year-old from Melton Mowbray. Brent 2-0 to Chelsea. Raheem Sterling on 48 minutes. 1-0 Brentford. Brentford have a goal back to us against Newcastle 3-1 there now. That's thanks to Vitaly Janelt with the goal. And it's Luton 1, Fulham 3. Well, Jimenez with the goal there at the start of the second half for Fulham to extend their lead on the 49th minute. We'll keep you bang up to date with all the Premier League scores as they go in. We can tell you Bournemouth have pulled a goal back against Chelsea as well. We'll tell you who's got the goal on that one in a moment. It's 2-1 now to Chelsea in their game, as Stamford Bridge will bring me the goal scorer for Bournemouth in just a short while. As we see Kyle Walker coming forward from Manchester City with possession out wide. It goes well. Here's Bernardo Silva. Looks back to Kyle Walker. And now Diaz back into Walker again. And now Walker can come forward into the path of Akanji. And Akanji can come forward, can he? No, he goes into the path of Rodri. Good bit of footwork. Here is De Bruyne to Walker. Walker coming forward. Out wide he goes to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva can attack down the far side into De Bruyne on the far side again. Inside to Rodri on the edge of the penalty on the far right and touchline side as the City attack from right to left in this second half. Here's Gvardiol into the path of Rodri again. Now De Bruyne back into Rodri. Rodri wasn't expecting that. He's made out a brilliant pass to Jeremy Doku. In the end, back he goes to Gvardiol. And Gvardiol has to turn one way, then the other, then turn the other way again, which he has done brilliantly and keep hold of possession, which he's done absolutely fantastically well there. Akanji into De Bruyne, who can turn away from his man De Bruyne. Back into Akanji. No pressure on Manuel Akanji, so he can play it. A good pass into Bernardo Silva. Now Rodri has possession. Into Phil Foden, who turns away looking for an hat-trick. Foden onto Erling Haaland. Haaland inside the penalty, back towards Foden, cleared away. The penalty is De Bruyne, who finds it just wide of the post. He's stepping right, wide of the left-hand post. A City attack right-hand post as West Ham defend. A fantastic bit of play. And Kevin De Bruyne, first time effort, just curled it wide. And even around the stanchion, stood at the side of the net there, and he remains by 2-1 to Man City. We're just seeing the goal from Raheem Sterling. Fantastic work there to make it 2-0. And then straight after it, Bournemouth pulled a goal back through Enes Unal. And we've just seen this goal there now. Brilliant cross towards the back post. And Enes Unal turns it over and into the back of the net, and Bournemouth have a goal back. Just like that. In the words of Tommy Cooper. Where's Jeremy Doku? Down the line he goes. Brilliant run from Doku. Brilliant defensive play from Mohamed. From Kudos. Konstantin Mavropanos. Used his head there to clear it away. Knew he couldn't use his arms. Had to get something on it. He felt. Where's Phil Foden? Who has up a strike? And just wide from Phil Foden. Looking for his hat-trick. Decent effort again from Manchester City, and they go close again there. And Man City lead by 2-1. And what a game we've got in our hands here on this final day of the Premier League season. Russ Vernon here at the home of champions-elect Manchester City as they lead 2-1 against West Ham United. Alphonso Areola to take the goal kick and he's played forward. Here is the left of Rodri, does well into Kevin De Bruyne. And De Bruyne came to play the ball through, looking for Foden. Or I think in fact he was looking for Haaland and he went to neither. And now West Ham can try and let's just by the way as Kudos has turned brilliantly. Remember Kudos is running, charging forward. Moving from Kudos. Out to Antonio. He's waiting for men in support inside the penalty area. No one's come there just shitting. He gives the ball away to Gvardiol, who intercepts well and charges forward. Into De Bruyne. Back he goes to Walker. City going backwards. Know where they want to go. What a game this has been. Traditionalists here. It's myself, Russ Vernon, bringing you this match between Manchester City and West Ham United. 2-1 Man City lead in the game. If you wanted to know who scored the goals in the game, there we are on the screen. I'll read it to you as well in case you're just listening when you're driving in the car. It's Phil Foden on 2 minutes and 18 minutes to give Man City a 2-0 lead before Mohamed Kudus pulled one back on the 43rd minute of the game. Man City lead by 2-1. I'll have the honour of picking a player of the match from this game a bit later on, and it's Joshua Gvardiol for City. It could be from one of their players, Manchester City, or it could be from a West Ham player. I'll have to wait and see who give it to us. The crossfield passes on for Jeremy Doku. Can he keep the ball in play? He can. And he's just absolutely fantastically well. And he's put behind from Sufa for a corner. Good play. Man City lead by 2-1. And playing some good football on Manchester City in this game so far. City lead by 2-1. Remember, if City were to win the title today, which it looks like they are going to be doing, we'll be staying on the air till the title is being lifted. And we'll bring you the title lift here on the Commentary Hub. The Commentary Hub 2 and JB Sports and Focus on Football. And also on my personal Twitch channel as well, Russ P. Vernon _92 if you want to tune in over there. Big thank you to those who are doing so. As the corner comes in from Phil Foden and heads up and away. Mohamed Kudus just helps it on its way from West Ham's point of view, and he's launched up into the air, heads up and away. Keep your bang up to date as the Palace have got another goal. It's now 3-0 to Crystal Palace through Eberechi Eze on 54 minutes there in their game against Aston Villa. And Luton Town have put another goal back against Fulham. Alfie Doughty on 55 minutes. It's Luton 2, Fulham 3 in their game. They're now in the Premier League, and what a game that has been. As Man City win a free kick. As we were just checking the goal scorers out there for you. Free kick for City, foul just on the edge of the penalty area. Walker stood over this, Kevin De Bruyne 2. So 2 Phil Foden. Now Bernardo Silva comes up and has a word. Walker telling Bernardo Silva where to go and stand as this free kick is about to be taken. Will it be Phil Foden? It will be. Chips into the towards penalty area. Headed away. Now is Bernardo Silva. Back into Phil Foden. Chipped up to the back post and Doku. Brings it down well, Jeremy Doku. Up against Vladimir Soufal. Takes it away from him. Edge of the penalty area is Rodri. Will he line up a shot here, Rodri? No. Goes into the path of De Bruyne. Will play into Walker. And Kanji has it again now. Rodri has possession. Good bit of play this from Manchester City to keep possession. Here's Ruben Dias. I'm going forward. Running play. Rodri with the ball over the top. Looking for the run. There with Josko Gvardiol, and he goes out of play for a goal kick to West Ham United. Coming towards 10 minutes of the second half gone, and it remains Man City 2, West Ham 1. Let's go and tell you what's the latest scores all around the grounds in the Premier League. Arsenal 1, Everton 1, Brentford 1, Newcastle 3, Brighton 0, Manchester United 0, Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1, Crystal Palace 3, Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, Luton 2, Fulham 3, Man City 2, West Ham 1, and Sheffield United 0, Spurs 1. Here's De Bruyne. Here's a penalty. Kevin De Bruyne will line up a shot. He does line up a shot. He breaks into the path of Jeremy Doku. Brilliant bit of play from Doku. Get away from Soufal, then bites back at him. He gets away from Kudus this time, but he's had to play for a throw to West Ham United. And Lucas Paquetá goes down holding his face here. Soufal trying to claim that he got caught here by Jeremy Doku as he tried to get away. Doku will be pulled back, man. He does get caught by Doku because he's trying to get through the gap. Not much to warrant a card in my personal and humble opinion. Man City lead by 2 goals to 1 against West Ham United. If you just join us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon is your match commentator. Also live on commentary 2, JB Sports and Focus on Football. Very good afternoon to listeners over there, and also a very good afternoon to listeners over on my personal Twitch channel, which is Russ P Vernon _92. As Doku low balling, looking for the run of De Bruyne on the edge of the penalty area. It's been cut out well by West Ham, who's now got Mario Kudus on the charge down this right hand side. Back he goes to Paquetá. The brilliant ball over the top, looking for Emerson. The ball runs just away from Emerson, and now Kyle Walker drops it back to Stefan Ortega. And now, here is the path of Rodri. Now into the path of De Bruyne. How wide it goes? Well, then, here it comes Bernardo Silva, crossing in field to Rodri again. Rodri, good turn of pace. Back into Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne, losing ball in, cleared away by Ward-Prowse, out for a throw-in to Manchester City. De Bruyne comes across and looks like he may take it, or will he leave it, in fact, for Kyle Walker to take. He will take it himself to Bernardo Silva. Back now to Walker. Rodri into the path of Gvardiol. Gvardiol gets it back to Rodri. Rodri does well, keeps all the possession, and finds Kyle Walker. Walker will line up a shot, will he? No. Back to Rodri. City fans want him to shoot, he doesn't. Want Gvardiol to shoot, but he won't either. Just keeping all the possession. And this is good play from City. If they keep all the possession, West Ham can't turn them. West Ham can't score again to put this trophy thing right back in the balance. It's Man City 2, West Ham United 1, 58 minutes on the clock. If you just join us, Russ Vernon with you. Keep you bang up to date on everything that happened in the Premier League this afternoon. We'll go at 5 o'clock, at about 6 o'clock, we'll go through the classified checks of all the leagues after the match. All the matches in the Premier League have finished. We'll go through all the scores from today in England and Scotland, and any that have taken place in relatively and in Ireland as well. We'll go through all those scores for you just after 6 o'clock this evening. The shot comes in, and it's a third goal for Manchester City. And it's that man, Rodri, who has it. And Rodri has the goal to give City a 3-1 lead and secure their 2-goal cushion once again, and really now put this game to bed. 1-7 for all. Rodri with the goal. And what a goal it was too. 59 minutes on the clock. Man City have a third, and it's 3-1, and Rodri with a superb goal. A well taken goal as well. Slayed it back to him from Bernardo Silva. and he just says, "Thank you for teaming and scoring a third goal for City." City lead by 3-1. It's well and truly game over now as City go on the march in the Premier League for the Premier League title. And just to recap the goal scores, if you've just tuned into us, Foden up this going on 2 minutes. They will lead on 18 minutes. And Kudus put one back on 43. And then the man that's a really good player, Rodri, gets in on the act and scores to make it 3-1 on the 59th minute. What a game it has been. Now we'll keep you bang up to date with all of the other scores from the Premier League as they go in, goals as they go in. We'll be telling you all about those goals that go in. It's now 2-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro Porro with the goal on 59 minutes. They lead Sheffield United by 2-0. As we keep you bang up to date in the Premier League, we're spending with you. To do that, as we keep you updated across the Premier League action today, final day of the season. Next weekend, FA Cup action with Paul James, your man on the commentary, with JB John Stuttard presenting. Join us on air for that game. We're about 2:45 for that match today. For that match next Saturday afternoon. And then hopefully we'll have the Championship playoff final next Sunday afternoon as Leeds United take on Southampton. We'll let you know regarding that one on our social media channels. But Manchester City against West Ham is our offering today from the final day of the Premier League season. As a shot comes in, Zuma concedes a corner, and news is filtered through down at the Emirates now. As City have got a 3-1 lead, and the fans down there are not in a buoyant mood, I can tell you. Unlike the fans here at the City ground, or at the or also say at the Etihad Stadium, Manchester City of Manchester Stadium. No, City ground is Nottingham Forest. 4-0 to Crystal Palace now against Aston Villa. John Philip Mateta with another goal there. The corner comes in headed away this time by Creswell. Rodri back in. Can you challenging for it? Shot comes in from Foden straight into the arms of Alphonse Areola. And West Ham still hanging in on there at the moment. Yes, they may have gone 2 goals down again, but they'll play some good stuff and looking to cause a few problems. Well, latest scores in: Arsenal 1, Everton 1, Brentford 1, Newcastle 3, Brighton 0, and United 0. Burnley 0, Nottingham Forest 2, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1, Crystal Palace 4, Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, Luton 2, Fulham 3, and Tottenham and Sheffield United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3 now. Dejan Kulusevski with a second on 65 minutes. We'll keep you up to date with every single game in the Premier League as it happens. Goals go in, we'll tell you about it. Just straight away, live we've just done there. That goal from Dejan Kulusevski. Man City 3, West Ham United 1. Big up to everybody. Good afternoon to Media Radio, Jingles and Gaming. It says hello Russ and the rest of the commentary up team. Media Radio, Jingles and Gaming. If you go back to half time, we'll go for a break and then we'll come back in a break and then you'll hear our friend Paul James who provides an update on the Nottingham Forest game away Burnley. Let's take a look for a fourth goal here now. Crossing towards the penalty, low ball in from Kevin De Bruyne, who guessed it, trying to take a chance of creating a fourth goal for City, but he's him again into Kyle Walker after good play from Bernardo Silva. Now Phil Foden at it, back to the aforementioned Silva. Foden. Rodri into Nosko Gvardiol. Back into Rodri again. De Bruyne. Walker. Rodri. Gvardiol. Walker. Good play this from City is Phil Foden. How wide it goes well. This is good play here in this game. Man City 3, West Ham United 1 is a scoreline. Good bit of movement here in the end. And City lead by 3-1 if you're just tuning into us right now. And here comes Joshua Gvardiol again. As City look to cause a few problems. Good bit of play there. So City will come forward. What can City do here now? It's a Kanjas possession. Good movement here as we bring this game forward. Now here's Jeremy Doku. Really bit of play. Runs down the wing. Here's Doku in cutting in field. Really bit of movement. Here is De Bruyne. Good ball into Phil Foden. Across. Haaland's there. Shot and blocked. Again, Haaland could have had at least 3 goals by now. But he is yet to take one of them. And this is another well-worked move from City. And De Bruyne, Haaland shot his blow by the leg of Kurtzuma, who didn't know much about it. To be brutally honest with you, Fulham lead by 4-2 now, where Luton will give you the goal scorer on Fulham's forfeit after this corner from Kevin De Bruyne from Manchester City in towards the penalty area. It will go then. Wonderful ball in and punched away, and then he's going to have for yet another corner to Manchester City, on this time on the far side. And Harry Wilson is a goal scorer to make it 4-2 to Fulham on 68 minutes. They're away to Luton Town this afternoon, and Luton Town relegated to the from the Premier League back to the Championship, and it's first time in quite a number of years that the entire 3 promoted sides from the previous season are going straight back down. Here is Erling Haaland just watching on as a chat with Vladimir Soufal. Rodri in there as well. Watch goes by Antonio as Rodriguez comes in and punched over the bar again for yet another corner to Manchester City. They're knocking on the door now, City. And the City fans are doing the Poznan. And some City fans are still doing the Poznan here. But now they've all stopped and turned around. And City fans doing the Poznan like they sometimes do. And what? Again, this has been a City fans doing the Poznan. Kevin De Bruyne. Can he take this corner kick? He can. In towards the Cladaderian. Ariola punches it away. So too did Soufal. Sochi going head on to, shall I say. And behind for another corner to Manchester City. Man City have got the Premier League title on them probably now. As we're approaching the final 22 minutes plus stoppage time, the end of this Premier League encounter, as this will be the corner kick for City to be taken by Phil Foden. Foden with the corner whipped in towards the penalty area, cleared away this time by Mikel Antonio, was bad there, helping out defending. Haaland was down his chest. Akanji. But Haaland shot is blocked again. Akanji blocked again. Behind for a corner, is it? Haaland appeals for an ball. West Ham appealed for offside. None of them came. And Akanji shot is blocked. Over the bar. And was that in the arm of Creswell there? Haaland certainly thought so. But not the man whose opinion really matters, the referees. And then Mr. Stockley Park. They've not seen it. John Brooks from Melton Mowbray says nothing to it. Phil Foden. Back to this corner then. In Manchester City. He whips the ball in towards the penalty. That's underneath the goalkeeper. Jumped to double the line, has he? Lucky boy there. Alphonse Areola. He didn't go over the line there. He's a lucky boy. It's actually been the fourth goal for Manchester City there. There's been another goal. Brentford have put one back against Newcastle. Joran Visser with the goal there. Crystal Palace 5-0 now. And Richard Eze with the goal there on 69 minutes. Brighton 0, Manchester United 1. Diogo Dalot in 73 minutes. And Burnley put a goal back against Nottingham Forest. They lead 2-1 Nottingham Forest. And Akanji is being replaced by Nathan Ake from Manchester City in the 71st minute. And West Ham make a substitution as well as Edson Alvarez comes on in place of Emerson. In the end, City win a free kick foul there on Kevin De Bruyne. And he was out straight back to his feet there in the end with Kevin De Bruyne. First changes of the game for either side of them. 2 changes there. City lead by 3-1 thanks to goals in a brace in the first half from Phil Foden. And it was added to by Rodri in the second half on 59 minutes. The goal for West Ham came on 43 through Mohamed Kudus. With the goal scorers there as we bring you this game today. Man City 3, West Ham United 1. If you're just joining us here on the Commentary Hub. We also have, of course, our partner channels, which is Commentary Hub 2. Or should I say that's one of our sister channels. We're also live on JB Sports, focus on football as well. And it is Manchester City who can come forward in possession. Here's De Bruyne, good bit of play. Vardiol into the path of Rodri. Good play this one. And the ball is played out wide. And now Jeremy Doku. And cutting field. Phil Foden goes down edge of the penalty area. Free kick to Manchester City. Foul on Phil Foden, who was going to be able to his feet by Edson Alvarez, but he doesn't like it, as he was the one who fouled him. Media radio jingles and gaming. They're asked, are we bringing the FA Cup final next weekend? I can tell you, my friend, we are indeed bringing the FA Cup final next week. Here. We will be bringing you the FA Cup final next weekend with Paul James in the commentary chair, John Stuttard, JB, in the presenter chair for that one next weekend. And we'll hopefully bring you the Championship playoff final next Sunday as well. So we've definitely got the FA Cup final next Saturday afternoon. Here on the Commentary Hub. As Foden goes for goal and just wide in there for Phil Foden. Looking for his hat-trick. His effort goes just wide in the end there. We'll keep you bang up to date with what the current scorelines mean for the Premier League table as we run you through the scores again in just a moment or two as West Ham just have possession at the back there with Kurt Zouma. Now Edson Alvarez can come forward. Kudus flicks it close to found there. It's Kudus again as Doku won it with him. West Ham have won it back and coming over halfway. Kudus turns away from 2 City players and then a third. And then Rodri back at him. So to De Bruyne. This is good play from Manchester City to get Swan back and get goal side and prevent him from getting forward. with possession. If you're just struggling today, we very much appreciate it. Thank you very much for doing so. Russ Vernon with you right through until the close of this game and the trophy presentation, as it looks as though City will win the Premier League title now. As Antonio keeps the ball in play but gives it to Bernardo Silva onto Kevin De Bruyne. And De Bruyne back into Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva shooting over halfway. And Bernardo Silva's still going. He loses possession. With that, and it's going to be a yellow card here for Edson Alvarez, which I think is the first yellow card of the game for Edson Alvarez in the 75th minute. This is the first card of the game for Edson Alvarez, and I can categorically tell you right now, I am absolutely flabbergasted as to how that is a yellow card and even a free kick for Manchester City, because Edson Alvarez won the football. City going away quickly anyways. Bernardo Silva comes forward into Kevin De Bruyne. Just well to hold up the play, De Bruyne. Back he goes to Walker. Here's Rodri. And now Diaz. Back to Walker. Brentford 2-0 so far. Bruno Guimaraes on 78 minutes with the goal there. Man City 3, West Ham United 1. What a game this has been, as here comes Manchester City in possession. We'll bring you this game today. What a game we've got for you. 3-1 City lead, and we are bringing you the title winning game that we did feel that would be won here. Sheffield United down to 10 men against Tottenham Hotspur, trailing by 3 goals to none. Austin Trusty sent off in the 76th minute. As I've been very trusty today for Sheffield United. Pardon the pun there. As Man City have possession with Nathan Ake, who came on for Manuel Akanji. Here is Bernardo Silva. The Manchester City will come forward. Bernardo Silva does really, really well. Into Josko Gvardiol. Good play. Here is they can come forward. Fantastic bit of play here for Manchester City, just keeping the ball well, and they know that if they just keep the ball now, remaining 13 minutes or so, they have won the title for a 4th time in a row. A trivia question for Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. In a second after this Man City attack, if I can get an attack, I'll give you a trivia question if you're listening, my friend. And I want to know, and I'll ask you this question in a moment. When Man City won the title back in 2013-14 season, they won it by beating which team 2-0 at home on the final day of the season? I'll give you the answer in the next 5 minutes. Here comes Bernardo Silva in towards the penalty area. Bernardo Silva fires it over in the end there. Just a question again for anyone else missed it and wants to get involved. Man City won the 13-14 Premier League title by beating which team 2-0 at home on the final day of the season? If you think you know, get involved and we'll let you know if you're correct very shortly. I didn't think Everton were going to score first of all, so we're going to win that comfortably. In the end. Here is Gvardiol to Rodri. Good charge forward. Haaland, Rodri, De Bruyne, Rodri. Kyle Walker. Bernardo Silva. Let's go, Gvardiol. Kyle Walker. Bernardo Silva. Rodri, Walker. Anyone who's listening and wants to get involved in that trivia question, which then will be revealed with 5 minutes left to play. When Man City won the 13-14 Premier League title, which club did they beat on the final day of the season? As the offside flag goes up against Erling Haaland, the scoreline was 2-0. But which team did they beat on that final day? West Ham making a substitution here now, as we see George Earthy come on in the 81st minute, and going off is Mikel Antonio. So they're taking off a midfielder. Well, they're finishing on the midfielder and taking off a striker. So this is interesting how this is going to go for West Ham United now. And George Earthy is on for West Ham United. He's already after that ball over the top there, and he's goes down De Bruyne well. He's not scared of these Man City players, and he tends to watch Kevin De Bruyne and the quality players in possession when they've got it near him. And he did really well there against De Bruyne, closing down the angle, and closing down Kyle Walker's angle initially. So he has to go through the middle of them instead of playing it out wide like he normally likes to do, Kyle Walker. And this is a good bit of play. And here's Jeremy Doku down the right hand side. He goes in towards the penalty. Doku into the side net, and we will be a corner. Took a deflection on the way through. It remains Man City 3, West Ham United 1 here on the commentary hub with myself, with Sven, and bringing you this commentary. Kevin De Bruyne is there, and Kevin De Bruyne will take this corner kick for Manchester City. What can Kevin De Bruyne do here now? As he will look to get this ball in towards the penalty, and he does so, and he's punched clear on the way into Jeremy Doku again. Wonderful turn from Jeremy Doku inside the penalty. Doku, ball across, and Sufel just gets situated with the help of Mavropanos and Kudos. Or does he get away? No, he doesn't. It's Doku, and now City do get back. It's Foden into De Bruyne. Bruyne's still going. Brilliant little club and player he is. And he goes behind for the goal kick. And there is another goal. Brighton, Manchester United 2. Rasmus Højlund in the 88th minute with the goal there. We'll keep you up to date with the closing stage of all the other matches. Let me run you through some of the scores. Arsenal 1, Everton 1. Brentford 2, Newcastle 4. Brighton, Manchester United 2. Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 2, playing badly. Burnley goal scorer in a moment. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1. Free kick to City, by the way. You wanted to get ready to take it. Crystal Palace 5, Aston Villa 0. Liverpool 2, Wolves 0. Luton 2, Fulham 4. Man City 3, West Ham 1. Sheffield United 0. Tottenham Hotspur 3. And here is De Bruyne whipped into his penalty and scored. Oh, from Haaland and just wide. How many more chances is he going to have today and not take them? Come off the back of his shoulder this time though. More than his head. Still goes down as a chance for Erling Haaland. He goes to the wrong side of the post. That would have been a classic goal if it had gone in. Man City 3, West Ham 1. And West Ham holding on. Just a 3-1 defeat. It could have been a lot uglier. And City had taken their chances. In terms of the scoreline, it is De Bruyne. Can he get the ball forward? He can. How wide it goes. Brilliantly. But a bit of play this from Man City. Bernardo Silva. Walker. Rodri holds up the play well. Back it goes to Nathan Ake. And into the path now of Jeremy Doku. Skips away from 2, including Kudos. And so far in Doku. Cross looking for Haaland. Played away by West Ham. Doku back, biting at it. And wins it back. And there's a free kick to West Ham United, foul on Thomas Souček, who gets helped to his feet. They're brilliant. We're getting ready to name our player of the match shortly. And there's only one thing it can be, as we see if you can guess who I'm going to give the player of the match to, as Lucas Paquetá is coming off for Danny Ings in the 86th minute as West Ham look for another goal back. And you see the goals there. Phil Foden's quality opener set City on their way to win this title. Jeremy Doku then broke it to the penalty, pulled the ball back, and a fantastic goal from Phil Foden, who made it 2-0. And then Rami Kudos pulled one back for West Ham for the third goal coming in from Rodri, which looks like that has sealed the deal for Manchester City. Man City 3, West Ham United 1 as Kudos pushed the ball in. He's behind off Ake, behind for a corner. And looking at this again, some West Ham fans are going for a penalty. Come up with mid-range. And it remains 3-1 to West Ham, to Man City against West Ham United, and West Ham will try somehow and they're looking at them, and West Ham have scored through Thomas Souček. Or have they? They're celebrating. Goal's been scored. Souček has put it in. West Ham have scored here. West Ham have scored. Thomas Souček with the goal. But VAR will be checking this. The possible handball, and they are. And the result is just coming from VAR, which will be a big relief around here. The goal has been disallowed. Back to 3-1. West Ham have had a goal disallowed for handball. ISSEMTV, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing good. As we get ready to announce our player of the match shortly in this game between Manchester City and West Ham United, where it is currently Man City 1, West Ham United, where it's currently Man City 3, West Ham United 1, and Phil Foden's just gone down under the challenge of Mavropanos, and there's a goal scored if you've just tuned into us over the minutes as well. Phil Foden scored 2 today. and played really, really well. And it looks like now, and City fans are in the parking lot now, chanting champions again, ole ole, as the citizen fans know that they will be champions once again. Or will they? Or they could still be. He's also coming through. Oh my God, can Arsenal go back in front? They have. It's Kai Havertz. 2-1 Arsenal lead, and City make a substitution. Phil Foden off in the 90th minute. Replaced by Mateo Kovacic. And it's Man City 3. West Ham United 1 as we enter 5 additional minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game this evening, and we can give you our player of the match now. And I can tell you that it's gone to the man who's just been substituted, Man City's number 47, Phil Foden. Superb performance today, and topped off with 2 goals as well. Phil Foden, our player of the match today. Fantastic performance from him, and well worthy deserved of man of the match, and also well worthy deserving of the goals that he has got today as well. Manchester City now look like they're going to be on course and will be winning the Premier League title. For 2023-2024, as we get ready for the final whistle to go here. Man City winning 4 titles in a row. And the answer to our trivia question was when Man City won the title back in 2013-14 season, they beat West Ham on the final day of the season at home by 2-0. Today, they're beating West Ham United at home by 3-1, a 2-goal margin as well. What an omen for Manchester City that is. With West Ham, with Koulibaly almost got in there down the left and down the right hand side and ball over the top again. This time from Mavropanos, who's all the way through to Stefan Ortega, and Danny Ings goes down Ortega, and then Ortega just picks the ball up and says, "You know what? I'll just take my time. We are 2.5 minutes away from the full time whistle blowing, and the citizens getting ready to lift up the trophy. 2 goals, 5 shots, 4 on target, 5 chances created for our player of the match today, Phil Foden. And what a game that has been. Full time, Luton 2, Fulham 4, Brighton 0, Manchester United 2, Burnley 1, Forest 2. To tell you about there as well. Lovely from Paul James with a full time report on that game. In a few moments' time, as we get ready to bring you that full time report from Paul James shortly from the game between Burnley and Nottingham Forest. We'll bring you that one shortly. Here comes West Ham. Crossed in from Aaron Creswell is blocked. After a throw, less than 90 seconds to go then in this game, where Man City 3-1 up and deservedly going to be Premier League champions for a 4th consecutive season. City fans jumping for joy as they sing champions again, ole ole, in and around us. Aston Villa have been beaten by 5-0 to Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. What a torrid afternoon for Unai Emery and his Aston Villa side. Liverpool 2-0 winners over Wolves in Jurgen Klopp's final home game of Liverpool, and his coaching staff will be leaving with him as well. Pep Linders, who's leaving today as well with Liverpool, going to RB Salzburg. He also to believe against an innovation as the Liverpool game's just finished as well. We're less than 10 seconds away now from the full time whistle blowing here, and then the roof will be coming off as there be a party atmosphere inside the stadium. There's the goal scorers. There's a City fan on the pitch already. City fans on the pitch already. We're waiting. The fans want the game to, players want the game to finish properly before they can come off. Telling the fans not to come on the pitch. The City players are trying to tell the players to come off the pitch. There's still a game to go here. All of them to come back and tell them. She was having to stand in the way as City fans were about to run onto the pitch while the game was still in progress. Early on, the striker had to come all the way back to tell them to go all the way up there. The R-Media radio jingles in gaming as the ball plays long is flicked on. Will City... Hold on. The full-time whistle has gone. Manchester City have won the Premier League title. 23-24. The City players rushing off. The fans running after the players to celebrate with them. The City players rushing out to get down the tunnel. Manchester City are Premier League champions for the 23-24 season. After a 3-1 win over West Ham United. Goes from Phil Foden with a brace on 2 and 18 minutes. Rodri on 59. That was after Mohamed Kudus pulled one back for West Ham on 43 minutes. Arsenal have snatched a late winner against Everton, I can tell you. But that won't be enough for the Premier League title. City have won today. Kai Havertz in the 89th minute. More full-time scores coming through now. Still being played at Arsenal. We'll give you the full-time report. We'll hopefully hear from Mike Connerman on that one shortly with that game about that game shortly. But if not, we're just going to take a quick break while I get ready to bring you the trophy presentation shortly on the game. And we'll also try and we'll also bring you the full-time report from Burnley against Nottingham Forest, and we'll bring you the full-time classified check from all of the scores in the Premier League today. Join us shortly for the full classified check as the City fans are on the pitch as the full-time whistle goes. Man City win the Premier League title. It's finished Man City 3, West Ham United 1. Join us shortly for the full classified check of the results, plus a full-time report before we bring the classified check from Paul James shortly. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the coverage of our Premier League match tonight, which sees Manchester City play West Ham United. Finished 3-1 to Manchester City, which sees them win the title. Thanks to goals from Phil Foden, Rodri. Phil Foden with a brace and Rodri for City. Kudos for West Ham. And now let me bring you the full classified check of the results in a moment. But first, it's time for me to line up a friend of the channel, of a colleague here on the commentary, Paul James. He's been watching Burnley against Nottingham Forest at Turf Moor. And here he is now. It tells all about the full-time report at Turf Moor, which sees Burnley take on Nottingham Forest before we bring you the full classified check.
Well, obviously they're not happy with the performance in general, really. Burnley finished the season with another defeat at home. They had one or two chances in the second half. Esteve, Cullen and Wilson Odegaard coming very close towards the end there. But definitely Nottingham Forest deserved their victory today. 2-1 in the end, 2 goals from Chris Wood.
Thank you very much there, Paul James, for his full-time and half-time from the game between Burnley and Nottingham Forest. Now let me bring you the full classified check of today's Premier League matches on the final day of the season. Arsenal 2, Everton 1, Brentford 2, Newcastle United 4, Brighton 0, Manchester United 2, Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 2, as you just heard from Paul James. Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1, Crystal Palace 5, Aston Villa 0, Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Luton Town 2, Fulham 4, Manchester City 3, West Ham United 1, Sheffield United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3. And now let's bring you the full tables from the games today. Let's start off with the bottom half of the tables. At the bottom, Sheffield United, they're relegated. They finished on 16 points. Burnley in 19th on 24 points. Luton in 18th on 26 points, relegated as well. Today, Nottingham Forest and a 4-point deduction, and they finished in 17th on 32 points. Brentford finished in 16th on 39. Everton with an 8-point deduction finished on 40 points in 15th. Wolves finished on 46 points. They finished in 14th after their defeat to Liverpool earlier today. Fulham in 13th on 47 points. Bournemouth in 12th on 48 points. Brighton in 11th on 48 points as well. Into the top half of the table, Crystal Palace finishing 10th on 49 points. West Ham, despite defeat here against Manchester City, finishing 9th on 52 points. Manchester United in 8th on 60 points. Miss out on European spots this time around. Looks to miss out on European spots as well. They finished in 7th. Europa Conference League spot is Chelsea's. They finished on 63 points, 3 points behind Tottenham in 6th place. Tottenham finished 5th and qualified for the Europa League group stages. Chelsea in the Conference League qualification rounds. Tottenham in Europa League group stages after finishing 5th on 66 points. The top 4 then were all in Champions League group stages. In 4th it's Aston Villa on 68 points. In 3rd it's Liverpool on 82 points. And in 2nd it's Arsenal on 89 points. And finishing top of the table, 2 points clear of Arsenal. And there's been singing it tonight. Champions again, ole ole, is Manchester City after they won by 3-1 against West Ham United. And what about this for a stat here from Pep Guardiola? Pep Guardiola is the first manager ever to win 4 Premier League titles in a row, and he's made history again. Now this is what he's 4 Club World Cups, 4 Carabao Cups, 4 UEFA Super Cups, 3 Champions Leagues, 3 La Liga, 3 Super Copa, 2 Copa del Rey, 3 Bundesliga, 2 DFB Pokal, 2 FA Cups, and 2 Community Shields. He became the first manager ever to win a treble twice, and has become the first ever manager to win 4 Premier League titles in a row. Congratulations to Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, as City win a Premier League title for 4 seasons in a row. We're going to take a quick break now as we get ready to build up to the trophy presentation. We're back with the trophy presentation shortly, as City will lift the trophy for 4th successive season in a row. Welcome back to the Etihad Stadium, where we are told the trophy presentation is imminent. Everybody is ready for the trophy presentation here for this for Manchester City, who have won by 3-1 against West Ham United earlier on this afternoon. So they've won the Premier League title. Trophy presentation coming up shortly. I can now say we've got a guest with us on the show. You heard him at half time and a full time with the reports on the game between Burnley and Nottingham Forest. He is our Arsenal correspondent here on the commentary. It's Paul James with us. And Paul, just want to fetch you in here quickly. Obviously, Man City's won the title. I just want to mention the comment which I've seen from our good friend Mike Orneman, who has put this message out on Facebook and get your thoughts on what Mike's had to say. We'll be covering Arsenal for the majority of the season with us. He says, "Forever proud of the boys. Congratulations to Manchester City. But to take this City side the distance fills me with a lot of hope and optimism for next season. Thank you, Mikel and Arsenal." Do you think that this title season and this title run, which Arsenal have done, has forced you with hope and optimism for next season for Arsenal, that they could potentially get over the line next season, Paul, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think the mid-season slump around Christmas played a part in Arsenal's falling behind Manchester City. You've got to match City, otherwise you are not going to win the league. You have to match them game in, game out. You have to be as consistent as them game in, game out, or you're not gonna win the league. But I think Arsenal can be really proud of the season this season. They have done a fantastic job all season long. And they've played some very good football. They've had the best defence in the league. They've had the best offence in the league. They really have made a lot of progress this season. And I think next season, maybe with an addition of a number 9, then you never know with Arsenal.
Yeah, obviously, Paul, as we know, Man City have won the title. Trophy presentation coming up. We can see the players in the tunnel ready for that, and some still in the dressing room ready to go out there. I've just seen Edison with a glass of wine in the changing room before he was enjoying the rest of the team in a few moments. Out onto the field, Scott Carson there in the tunnel right now. We're just looking over this season. City, for you, Paul, over the course of 38 games, from what you've seen of City, are they deserved winners as the coaching team of Guardiola makes their way out to go and get their medals before the players come out?
Are they deserved winners? With 115 financial irregularity charges hanging over their head? No. But they've won the league. On the pitch, they deserve it. They've played well all season long. As usual, they've definitely been the best team in terms of the consistency of their play, and the general all-round ability of the players they've got in their team. So on the pitch, they deserve it, certainly.
Yes, and we'll wait for the rest of the City squad and coaches have to come out and go and get their medals and wait for the medals to be handed out. One manager is leaving the Premier League after this evening, and that's Jurgen Klopp. And what do you make? And I'm just going to read you what he's won at Liverpool while he's been at Anfield and while he's been in the Premier League. And I want to get your thoughts on Jurgen Klopp's time in the Premier League while we wait for the City players and everything to come out and get their trophy, their medals at the end of the season. Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool with 8 titles: Premier League in 2020, Champions League in 2019, Clubs World Cup in 2019, UEFA Super Cup in 2019, FA Cup in 2022, Community Shield in 2022, and the Carabao Cup in 2022 and 2024. How do you sum up Jurgen Klopp's time in not just the Premier League but in England at Liverpool, Paul?
Well, he's been one of the best managers Liverpool have ever had. There's no question about that. I think the only Liverpool manager that's actually won more is Bob Paisley. So, I mean, I think he's obviously stamped his name in Liverpool history in one of the most successful clubs. I mean, he has to be very proud of his time there because in one of the most successful clubs in English Football League history, he stamped his name as one of the most winning managers. So, and obviously the fans loved him a great deal at Liverpool. It is a great shame that he's decided to move on, I suppose, for Liverpool fans. But, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes these things happen, all things have to come to an end. But I think he'll be remembered for many, many, many years to come. Like, his name will be in Liverpool history for sure.
Yes, absolutely, Paul. More City coaching staff now making their ways down, ready to go and get their medals right now. So we'll fetch you back in just a moment and get your thoughts on how you think Liverpool will do next season under Arne Slot, who looks set to replace Jurgen Klopp at Anfield, and whether you think with the quality of the players that Liverpool have got, or whether you think they can get another top 4 finish next season. We'll come to you on that in just a moment to see. The rest of the City players are getting ready now to come out. They've got their shirts on with 24 champions on the back and getting ready to make their way out onto the field right now. So we'll come back to Paul in just a moment or two as the City players get ready to come out. The fans are still inside the stadium. Not an empty seat in the house in the City section of the stadium. And we are almost set for the trophy presentation to come out and get ready for the trophy presentation as we build up to what's going to be an emotional time for Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola will be leading the troops out in just a moment, and the team following him out very shortly with everybody's name mentioned over the tannoy as we get ready for the trophy presentation at Etihad. We get ready now as Pep Guardiola leads his City side out and applauds and waves to the fans as Pep Guardiola, 33rd major trophy of his managerial career, 12th league title for Pep Guardiola, and he makes his way down. High-fiving all the other staff that have already gone before him. He's making his way down, and he's now making his way down to get the trophy, to get his medal, to get ready to lift up the trophy. Ederson following him on. There's Stefan Ortega who will play today as well. John Stones is in there as Pep Guardiola makes his way down, and Scott Carson there too. And Pep Guardiola makes his way down, goes to get his medal as he joins the rest of the coaching staff, and he's getting ready to come down in a moment. Scott Carson stood at the side ready to watch to go down as well. The players are making their way out now as Pep Guardiola turns around and sees himself on the big screen. He claps all the Citizen fans and now makes his way over to get his trophy, his medal. He'll walk past the Premier League trophy, kisses his medal, walks past the trophy, gives it a kiss on his way through. Pep Guardiola shakes the hands of the City players and the City members in the community, takes his place on the thing ready, and the trophy presentation will now begin as we get ready to see what has been a fantastic game. 4 in a row for Manchester City. No one has ever done 4 in a row before. There's Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, Scott Carson is already up there with Pep Guardiola. Stefan Ortega is up there, is coming up there now. 6th major trophy of his career for Stefan Ortega, and he will get his medal now. And then we'll join Pep Guardiola, Scott Carson on the side and get ready. Here's Ederson with his 19th major trophy of his club career, 6th Premier League title for Ederson. And what a player he's been for Manchester City. He's probably a miss for the FA Cup final. He didn't prove to be a miss today like I thought he may have been, but he was not. John Stones, 13th major trophy of his career, 6th Premier League title for John Stones, and he's played a part in this title-winning season for Manchester City this time around. What a season Manchester City have had, and what a performance they've put on the field today against West Ham United. They couldn't live with him. Nathan Ake coming up now, 11th major trophy of his club career, 4th Premier League title for Nathan Ake, and there he gets his medal and makes his way down and joins Edison, Pep Guardiola, John Stones on the plinth there. There's Sergio Gomez, fifth major trophy of his career, 2nd Premier League title for Sergio Gomez, and he gets his medal now. What a performance he's played in parts that he has played this season, Sergio Gomez. And here comes Josko Gvardiol, 7th major trophy of his career, 1st Premier League title for Josko Gvardiol, and a fantastic game of left back today against West Ham. Really good performance from him this afternoon for the Citizens. Here's Manuel Akanji's 10th major trophy of his career and his 2nd Premier League title. Well worth it for Manuel Akanji. Another fantastic performance in the Citizens' defence this afternoon. Fantastic performance throughout. What a performance it was today. And he's not just played at centre-back this season, he's also played a left-back. There's Rico Lewis, his 6th major trophy of his career, 2nd Premier League title for the youngster. And Rico Lewis will come out and get his medal now and come onto the field. Paul Dickov there, one of the members, handing out the medals this evening. Here is Mateo Kovacic, came off the bench this afternoon, 20th major trophy of his career and his 1st Premier League title, despite being at Chelsea. Never won one at Chelsea, but he's won one here today. What a performance there. Jack Grealish, 7th major trophy of his career, 3rd Premier League title for Grealish. Third Premier League title as well for Jack Grealish as well. As we get ready now to see who's the next man coming up to get his medal this evening. Jeremy Doku, his 1st major trophy of his career for Jeremy Doku, the Belgian. As he gets his medal now. Fantastic play from him again today on the wing. Here's Matheus Nunes, 5th major trophy of his career, 2nd league title. Formerly of Wolverhampton Wanderers was Matheus Nunes, the Portuguese international. Jeremy Doku having a chat there with Pep Guardiola. Next up is our player of the match today, who's the youngest player to win 6 Premier League titles. That is Phil Foden. He was our player of the match this afternoon. Stunning goal for his first. He's got another 2nd, but he also played absolutely fantastic. Today he went off late on for Mateo Kovacic. But here is Phil Foden getting up from Paul Dickov as he now goes and joins the rest of his teammates and manager on the plinth there. First he went straight to Jack Grealish. Next up to come onto the plinth and get his medal in a moment is youngster Oscar Bob, who's won his 1st Premier League title, Norwegian. And what a way to do it. Played a part this season. Absolutely fantastic player he has been. One of the youngsters of Manchester City. Next up is another Norwegian who's got his 2nd Premier League title, 9th major trophy of his career. He's City's number 9, Erling Haaland, who was born in Leeds, and he wins his 2nd Premier League title and his 9th major trophy of his career as well. What a performance from Erling Haaland. And his dad there, pitch side, being interviewed by a Norwegian TV channel, which we've just seen a photo of there. Julian Alvarez, Ninth major trophy of his club career, second Premier League title for the Argentine international. And what a performance this he has put in this season when he's been called upon by Pep Guardiola for Julian Alvarez. Wasn't needed today though. Bernardo Silva, 15th major trophy of his club career and a 6th Premier League title for Bernardo Silva. And what a way to go out on and win his 6th one by playing a part in the game against West Ham United today. Got 2 of the assists for the 3 Manchester City goals this evening. Set up Phil Foden's first and Rodri's goal. And there is the man of the moment, Rodri, who sealed the game. 11th major trophy of his club career and a 4th Premier League title for Rodri today. Rodri just gets this a little before the next player comes up. I just like to say a big thank you to Paul James for his excellent work on the Premier League coverage this season. And we'll be lucky to have Paul join us next Saturday for the FA Cup final as City go to try and get the FA Cup along with this Premier League when they take on Manchester United on Saturday afternoon. Here's Ruben Diaz with his 10th major trophy of his club career and a 4th Premier League title. Ruben Diaz next up there. What a performance from him in the heart of the City defence this afternoon. Here's Kevin De Bruyne, 16th major trophy of his career, 6th Premier League titles for Kevin De Bruyne as his name gets chanted around the Etihad Stadium. And Paul Dickoff gives him a hug as he's part of the trophy presentation and shaking the players' hands as they come through here. 16th major trophy, 15th major trophy for Kyle Walker, 6th Premier League title as he was the captain today, makes his way down. Pep Guardiola there watching on from the plinth, but there's Kyle Walker who will get his medal from Paul Dickoff, who will now pick up the trophy off the plinth and walk across to where his teammates are. And Kyle Walker will get ready to lift it up and confirm Manchester City as Premier League champions 23-24. Citizens deserve it for the football on the field and have been absolutely fantastic. Arsenal pushed them all the way, but City have got the title. And now, there's Pep Guardiola. He's enjoying this as they all jump up and down, chanting Championes, ole, ole, ole. Rest of the backroom staff all come running in to come and get joined in with the celebrations as the Champions is put up. Thank you very much for following our coverage this afternoon here on the Commentary Hub. I've been Russ Vernon. I've been with you all the way since 10 to 4 this afternoon. It is now just gone 10 to 6. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who has tuned in this afternoon across our channels where we've been on Commentary Hub 2, Commentary Hub JB Sports, Focus on Football, or my own personal Twitch channel, which is RussPVernon_92. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you again shortly. The Commentary Hub team will see you again shortly. I'll see you again for the start of the Euros in the summer. But for the domestic season, I have done. Thank you very much for listening. We may do a show, myself and Paul, one day in the week to discuss what next for Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp and whether they can challenge for the title under the rumoured incoming boss Arne Slot, who confirmed that he would be the Liverpool boss at the weekend. So thank you very much for listening. I've been Russ Vernon. You'll be listening to the Commentary Hub. And until next time, thank you very much. Goodbye.